Welcome to the Classic Series April 2010 wine tasting here with my co-host,
your brother, Ed Masciana.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
It's great. We have some great wines this month, and I was up in Napa yesterday.
Wow.
What's the date?
You were up in Napa?
No, it was today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
I was up there Monday.
You were up there last month.
And I went up again on Monday to Chateau Montelena, and we shot a cool video for...
You're rubbing a lot of Velos up there, aren't you? Huh? Yeah, Chateau Montelena.
No,
I mean, come on, you know.
I'm not name dropping her.
Yeah, no, not at all.
So, but I stopped at another winery, and I won't say it because I just realized how important this job is. Because this is expensive wines we stopped at. It was on Tubbs Lane. The wines were lousy. They were really bad. And you have to tell the guy at the tasting room, oh, these are really good. These are great.
No, you don't. Well, I don't.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't. How to Make Friends and Influence People by Ed Masciana.
Yeah, well, you know, you do this long enough, boys and girls, and after a while, you just get tired of it. These guys come out with these $100 bottles of wine. They're not that good. And the fact is, none of these people made their money in the wine business. They all made it doing something else. Every single one of them. Not one person started the wine business to make money as their primary job. They're in insurance or they're building, buildings or whatever the hell they're doing. I don't know what they're doing.
It's obvious because this wine tasted like wood and concrete and plastic. Anyway, this is the
and windshield wipers. Yeah.
This is the 2008 Domaine Loire. We've been tasting this wine forever. It's always been in the limited series price range. Mm-hmm. And they brought it to me and said, we want you to feature this in the club. And I said, well, this is what I need it for. And they said, you got it. And we did the Merlot last month.
Merlot was phenomenal.
And the
Chardonnay,
was really incredible. Sonoma wine. Chardonnay.
Sonoma County Chardonnay. Who would have thunk it?
Thunk it?
Well, I mean, okay.
Thunkin' Waggles?
Thunkin' Waggles. Honestly, we didn't rehearse this.
The nose. The nose, I love the color, nice and rich.
Well, it's just classic Sonoma County Chardonnay. It's got a lot of richness to it. It's got a little minerality to it. It's not over oaked.
Love the green apples, but it's not too lean.
No.
But I love the balance of the oak and the fruit is great.
Now, if you'd have tasted this at your winery on Tubbs Lane, you'd have gone, this is pretty good.
I would absolutely.
It's not worth $30, but it's good wine, And so, what is this, like an 85 or something for you?
No. It's actually, I wrote 89, but it's really a 90.
It's really a 93.
But it's a $12 shelf item for $9.99.
Yeah, well, you're not going to buy Chardonnay for $12. Not from Sonoma County. Sonoma County is like a big deal.
And you can buy more for $6.99.
Well, that's really a joke price. Look at the legs on this thing. Look at that. That's just amazing, I
continue to amaze myself what a bad businessman I am.
That never amazed me. I don't understand why it took you so long. That's very good. It really is. It's fabulous. And I'm not even a big Chardonnay fan, but when you taste a good one like that, it's worth it,
Well, it just doesn't. It's not overdone. The
balance exactly. No, exactly. And that's unfortunately what people were starting to do with Chardonnay. And now, obviously these guys know what they're doing. They've been doing it for a long time too. Don't forget. Really good. All right. What's next?
You get the red, and we have the Montelinda Bonarda.
Oh yeah.
This is fast becoming one of my favorite grapes.
Yeah, Bonarda. Go down to Safeway and here. Let's get a different glass, a red wine glass, and ask them what they have any Bonarda.
Yeah, no. Look at the color.
Yeah,
this is rosy red and magenta, and the nose is all berries, blackberries.
I'm trying to figure out what wine this is similar to. Most of you probably aren't familiar with Bonarda, and for good reason. It's a rather obscure grape in France, I believe in southern France, and it escaped to Chile. And just like Malbec in Argentina, they've done a magnificent job of this
I give it sort of a Malbec.
Actually, it's Argentinian. Yeah,
with some of a Merlot sort of fatness to it. I don't know.
Well, there's also a Syrah kind of gaminess in there too.
That's right. Oh, this is good. I've tasted a few lately. This is one of the better ones, and particularly for this price, which is $15 on the shelf, which would be a good deal. I would feel very happy to walk into a wine shop and pay $15 for this. But you're only going to pay $9.99, and you can buy more for $7.99.
That's a great price.
And easily a 90 rating.
Can you imagine this with a really good charred steak, some barbecue? It would be just amazing.
It's got aging potential. We have another Montelinda wine coming out, which we just fell in love with the winery.
Oh, the Mataro, which is actually Mourvedre. Wow, that's really nice wine. Beautiful nose too. Very kind of delicate, and yet there's some power behind it.
And there's some a little bit of oak in there.
Yeah, a little bit. It's not overdone.
Love the color. The youth of the color is really great.
It's got some sharpness at the end. This is not really a sipping wine. It's something you really have to have with food and fairly substantial meat dishes. Or if it's going to be chicken, it's got to be a fairly hearty sauce. It's really nicely done.
No, it's got to hold up to that. The white wine, the alternate white wine is the Corinto
Sauvignon Blanc.
And what rating did you give that? Because you'd be being flagged by the producer.
Oh, this is 90. I'll give this a 90.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the Corinto Sauvignon Blanc. I'm telling you, these Sauvignon Blancs from Chile are just knocking me out. They are so good. They're just clean. They're crisp. They've got a little liveliness to them.
Look at it in the bottle, how refreshing it looks when it's sitting there.
Well, that's because it's clear glass, so you can actually see it as opposed to this. You know, I mean.
But the Corinto brand has been through here many, many times. We've featured one of their wines already, and he keeps bringing them, and I keep saying, I can't keep showing the same winery over and over again, but then again, my job is to find good wine, right?
Yeah, you know, I mean,
what are you going to do?
Let me ask you a question. How many people have sent you an email that are members that said, oh, don't send me that wine anymore, it's too good?
Yeah, right, that's a problem. It is a big problem for you. And I love the balance of this nose. It's got a little bit of that Chilean grassiness to it, but I also get that New Zealand grapefruit in there.
It's just so crisp and so clean. You know how really good fresh oysters smell like the sea? Well, this smells like, you know, a fresh spring.
It does.
You know, I mean, it's just got this freshness to it.
There's a little floralness to it, too.
Oh, sure. No, and some grapefruit hints and, you know, a little citrus and lime, which that's the beauty of Sauvignon Blanc. It's got all this citrus in it, and it's just spectacular. And this is what? How much is this? This one's got to be...
Key lime. I get the key lime.
Key lime, absolutely.
Wow. And when you said that, it just like hit me. Let's see. I give it a 91 for one.
I'm right
for
there
two,
for the
three.
91.
And it's $12 shelf item. It's one out of $9.99, and you can get more for $6.99. And I've got to change that. I got to change the pricing around here. It's ridiculous.
How many times have you heard this?
Well, I mean, it's just trying to reinforce that theme, you know.
Oh, is that what it is?
We have a nice email special that's coming up that you guys will be interested in, and look for them in your inbox. If we don't have your email address, please get it to us. You can email it to orders@wamclub.com. We'll get it in there. There's some great email specials coming up. We blew through that 2005 Chameleon Cabernet, which was Lake County. Oh, so good. Did you taste that?
No, I didn't.
Sorry, we sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one you brought me, actually.
Yeah, this is great.
This is the Westerland 2008 celebration, and I asked you what you were celebrating. You said your nephew was in town.
Yeah, that was last night.
But what was the one?
Actually, it was a celebration white that we were celebrating with. We were celebrating my niece then with the red.
What's in this?
This is Cabernet and Cinsault, which was a great blend, and I loved writing a story about this for one reason only, and that is because the only other wine that I know of, and I'm sure there's others, that is made with this grape combination is Chateau Moussard from Lebanon, which is absolutely one of the great wines of the world. Most people don't know what it is. It's unbelievably good. And this wine has so much berry fruit to it.
The layers. It changes.
Yeah,
As it's going through the palate, it's changing, and you get that wonderful South African. Now, I say wonderful now, but that smoky creosote sometimes is so overdone in these wines.
Well, yeah, but it's just got fruit to it.
It's balanced.
It's got layers of flavor, and you can see it. God, the layers in here are unbelievable. And
now this is through Nico, isn't it? Mm-hmm. This gentleman that brings his wines in, he's been hanging around the Wine Month Club for 20 years probably.
Well, 12 anyway, 15.
And I don't like all the stuff he brings, but when this came in, both the white and the red were gorgeous.
Fabulous. And he's got some other ones coming in too. Matter of fact, that we're going to taste later on for the limited series too, the Andine, or Vintage Andine Chenin Blanc. But this wine was just mind-boggling.
The color's showing a little age, which is kind of nice. A little brick on the edges, but not overly purple.
And that is actually the Cinsault. Cinsault is a principal grape in the Rhone. It's one of the principal red grapes in Châteauneuf du Pape. And blend it with Cabernet Sauvignon, which is, you know, the king of red wines, especially in the Médoc region of Bordeaux, is like apples and oranges, or, you know, apples and windshield wipers, if you will, because they're so different. And Lebanon does it just like that. And I've tasted vintages going back 40 years, literally 40 years of Chateau Moussard, and they are absolutely incredible.
You always get that Chateau Moussard when you go to any Middle Eastern restaurant carries that wine.
Yeah. Well, and it's a great value too. I mean, they're like 40 or 50 bucks, and when you're really tasting one of the greatest wines made in the world, that's not a lot of money. That's not a lot of money.
This is at $14 on the shelf, which I would be more than pleasantly surprised if I brought this home from a wine shop at $14. First one was at $9.99. You get more at $7.99. And there aren't a lot of wines out there that are $15 that have this complexity and character.
There are at the Wine of the Month Club.
Well, that's
and what do we rate this? 92 for me. And what did you give it?
That's a typo. 92.
We don't want to go there.
All right.
Okay, thanks. Oh, nice to see me again.